All right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we've got the upcoming content. Not a lot is here. Be warned. This is not like whoa or anything like that. But at least a part of remember. We are going to get April Fool's Day stuff as well. I presume that Vegeta and Nappa, they're going to be dropping, it should be at 1 a.m. my time, so this clock right here. So they should be dropping in 42 hours is when I think they'll be dropping, 1 a.m. my time on the 1st, April 1st, is what I'm expecting. Vegeta and Nappa as an April Fool's Day character, huh? I mean, Dokkan does often kind of like reference a previous thing or whatever, or remember Raditz was this Dokkan Fest slot 4 years ago, right? April Fool's Day, and Raditz is very likely to EZA here as well. So we have a new Dokkan event coming. I'm not sure. I assume this is going to be Vegeta's Dokkan event, because Vegeta is the turn 1 version of the card, which means Vegeta is going to be the SSR as well, right? So, like, the turn 1 version of the card was Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, who is right here. And the turn 1 version of Majin Vegeta was, or of the Majin Vegeta and Angel Goku was Majin Vegeta, who is right, where is he? Right here. What's another one? The fusions were just for Gogeta and Vegito. Golden Frieza and Gogeta. I mean, it's... Anyway, the point is, I think it's likely to be... This is going to be the Saiyan Saga Vegeta Dokkan event, is what we're getting. I'm not sure. I guess... Oh, well, they do go Great Ape in it. Yeah, they do. So this is probably just going to be Saiyan Saga Vegeta finally got the Dokkan event that he did need to get. In the future, let's say Golden Week or New Year's or a part of GDC or something like that is Kaioken Goku versus Great Ape Vegeta. I assume that Great Ape Vegeta, it would just be a new stage added to this Dokkan event. So this does seem to knock out Saiyan Saga Vegeta finally getting his Dokkan event. So they've done, a lot of characters that big time needed them. Baby only was October, finally got his. Now Vegeta, Dabura got his as well. He's a little bit of a less priority, I would say, than Saiyan Saga Vegeta or Baby. Same with Android 16, but nice to see these characters getting their Dokkan events, right? Then we do have this. So we're going to have a new stage of the Seriously Serious All Out Battles. It'll be against Vegeta and Nappa. I do love how they're doing this, by the way, of having the new stage actually be fighting the new character. To me, that's really fun, right? And we get to see the new animations from, like, a boss. I think that they probably could make these a slight bit harder, because the EX, they want players to be able to easily get the tickets, but you don't have to even win for that, do you? Isn't it just... No, it is clear. It's clear. You do have to actually beat it. So that's why it's they don't want to make it too, they don't want to lock players out from being able to get these tickets. They don't want to make it too nasty. So I think that's probably the reason why. I think they probably should, by the way, just give 7 tickets from these and 7 tickets from the Dokkan Day missions to get a little bit more luster to those. I'm glad that Dokkan Day will continue, but I do think some tickets for those missions could be a good idea still. Alright, so there's that. Okay, so we got those. We also are going to have the next battlefield. Nothing really too crazy. Enemy types will be different. Whoopee. Now, usually, we get new sets of enemies for Battlefield for Golden Week, but they did fairly recently give us a new set of Battlefield enemies, right? So, I don't think we're really going to be seeing that. And that's it, right? So we just have the Dokkan event, and we have the Seriously Serious, and then we got Battlefield. Now, we'll see what Dokkan is going to do in terms of EZAs. In my opinion, that's where Dokkan has been weakest this year, is EZAs. Many criticisms of the 11th anniversary with pacing. Like, EZAs really would have done a lot to fix that, right? If every data download during the 11th anniversary had 2 EZAs inserted into it, spread out throughout those weeks, the 11th anniversary, I think, would be thought of completely different. I know people might say, well, what? They're going to run out of EZAs? They can't. No, it's poppycock bullshit. Dude, there's so many EZAs of premium characters, sub EZAs for, like, banner units. So many, like, free-to-play characters they could EZA. Like, there's, and then there was another one that's in my tongue. Super EZAs. Like, there's just so much that they could do, right? And especially, it's, like, more EZAs to build out these teams a little bit more, I think is really important, right? All right, so I got a couple of tweets here, too. Here's the theory. So, yeah, there was that theory yesterday that because there was no teaser, it meant it was going to be a character that already had a Dokkan event, but that was not correct, because neither Saiyan Saga Vegeta or Nappa have Dokkan events. And it does specifically say a new Dokkan event. It does not say a new stage is coming. If we just take a look at the last one, which would be Majin Vegeta, it would explicitly say a new stage is coming. Where is it? Yeah, right here. New stage of Dokkan event, right? So, like, this is specifically a new Dokkan event. Now, I would say this. If we do get a teaser, I'm not going to, like, be thinking, oh, this confirms for sure that it's going to be a character that hasn't had a Dokkan event. But I do think if we get, like, a teaser moving forward, I probably am going to assume that it might be a new Dokkan event character, because that typically is what's happened lately. But this theory that we were looking at yesterday definitely was proven to be incorrect. So this is, just the upcoming content. Really not that much, but keep in mind that there is going to be the April Fool's Day stuff coming with it. So I'm going to assume that the April Fool's Day stuff is going to potentially have something to do with the Cybermen, would be my guess here. If we bring this over here, remember, there is a banner unit for the Cybermen. They're the banner unit. They seem like a weird character to me. But if we take a look in their kit, they have this ability, per ally whose name includes Cyberman in the turn. Now, right now, this ability will trigger for this character, but there is, like, there's no other Cybermen characters, really, unless we're going to run our characters, right? Like, if we just type it in. Like, are we, like, this is it in-game currently. Like, how many of you guys even have these guys? I would assume almost no one, right? And then, like, the April Fool's Day character, again, most people probably don't have them. I don't have this character, right? This was 2 months before I made my JP Dokkan account. This Cyberman right there. I do wish I had him, but, you know, it is what it is. So we got that. So we should be getting some battle motions. A lot of people are in the replies here talking about Raditz, but, like, that Raditz is a real stretch, I think. Now, what was nice is Dokkan did just randomly drop Super Boo literally out of nowhere as, like, a real extra battle motion, which was sick. So I definitely would love if they would just, like, have an out of nowhere character just show up with a battle motion like they did. Yeah, we had Dabura, who was the Dokkan Fest, Fusion Zamasu and Infinite Zamasu. That's where they're moving through all the major LRs, right? That's why we're anticipating Vegito Blue will get his battle motion in this next one. And then Super Boo. Again, Super Boo. Like, what? Bro, what? Why did Super Boo get a battle motion? We don't know. No clue why Super Boo has this battle motion. So people are, you know, hoping Raditz would get one. I don't want to say it's a 0% chance, but I 100% do not expect Raditz to get a battle motion at all. I don't. So I think we'll get Saiyan Saga Vegeta not battle damaged. Now, if you're curious what I mean by that, think of the LR Great Ape Vegeta, right? So YouTube, can you load? What is this? I'm literally just... technology. Okay, here. Where it's like battle damage, kind of like mid-fight with Goku. That version has the battle motion. Now, just the regular Vegetas will have the battle motion, which will be cool. And I anticipate this character. So let's just get... what's the easiest way I could pull them up? I mean, we just type in Vegeta. Let's go about 3 pages back. No, they're only 2 pages back. What? 2 pages back for Vegeta? God damn. Both versions for this character. So, Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta. This is the only one. There is a Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta, the SSR and TUR of the Blue Kaioken Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta, but that's a different variant of the character, right, in the Tournament of Power. This is the only Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta. Like, that's a duo of them like this. And then Blue Vegeta, yeah, Blue fucking Vegito is gonna get his battle motion. So that is like butts in seat. Blue fucking Vegito, dude. I cannot wait to see that. That's gonna be so sick. So sick to potentially see Vegito Blue, right? So we've got that. And then finally here's a tweet from Rick, who thinks that there will be 2 data downloads this week. Since they usually do a separate data download for the actual April Fool's Day content. Okay. Last year, that dropped a couple of hours before Cell's banner. We'll also know if they'll continue at the same time scheduled data downloads. That is pretty cool. Last data download, Global and JP had it at the same time, which I thought was pretty awesome. Right. I think more fair and equal treatment for both versions. I know a lot of Global players don't want to hear this, but Global is the version that's treated a lot better, but I mean, it is what it is, right? But yeah, I'm looking for everything to be the same. I'd like updates to be the same, right? Dude, you know what's so funny? So JP got the update for Dokkan Frontier the day earlier, but they did not drop Dokkan Frontier right away, and they dropped it the next day. So that Global and JP players experienced that at the same time. W. That's exactly what we wanted. I actually saw like a couple of people go after the update, like, I don't know why Dokkan Frontier is not live on JP right now. Well, maybe because Global hasn't gotten it yet. God damn it. Remember, guys, we're looking for equal treatment. So things at the same time is good. I wish logins were at the same time. I wish everything would be at the same time. If I, had a little bit more pull, that would be one of the big things. Like, let's, maybe rearrange some of these times to where everything is at the same time for both versions. And I think that would work best, in my opinion. So let me know what you guys think. Not a ton coming, but we'll see what the data download looks like. And then we'll see what the second April Fool's Day data download will look like.